Well, if you're just joining us, we just finished Iland. ENHYPEN has debuted. And we're about to...
We're going to go through...
Step back in time.
Yeah, join us, if you will.
To kind of see the progression from Iland to Eggies.
To Sweet Venom. How do we get from A to B?
How do we get to A to B? So here we go. We are going to watch the Border Day 1
previews,
trailers, and then the 2 music videos.
Correct.
Border Day 1 and ENHYPEN. These are our all-star slips now that we're after Iland. Boys of Iland is done. Here we go.
Have you ever watched these?
A long time ago, girl. This heesung hair. I thought there was like a concept video. It was not this? Or is it just the 2 trailers? I think it is. It's the dust.
I think it's just the 2 trailers. I love this song.
No music video, but they would perform it, right?
Yeah.
She's familiar. We know her.
This had to gag the girls.
Yeah, because they were like, oh,
vampires?
That's
it is such a specific concept.
This was not the concept like teased at all. No.
I'm curious how other engines feel. I've never asked. I feel very fine about the intros and outros on their albums. I think they're cool in concept, but I usually skip them.
Yeah.
But we love But we love Jake's Aussie accent.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so November 30th.
The wind whips around their faces as the blood moon draws near. It's always the energy.
What did I just say that the show ended September 2020, right?
September, yeah.
So
and the
quick.
That's the thing.
Turnaround. This is already
That's probably why
in.
Flickr.
They already knew this concept going in. Like B-Lit.
Production team, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Trailer 1.
Trailer 1. She's chosen. Sorry.
This is...
She's a little loud.
She's laggy.
So the thing that I'm looking forward is like how extracted do they take it from them as trainees that form this group into like they are diving into a concept? Because I think like our way into ENHYPEN, they were like full vampire, full concept.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't know their personalities because you just have to see them as like a unit. Mm-hmm. It's just lore. So I'm very interested to see if they, this trailer looks like they talk about being trainees.
We were desperate in our desire to transform.
There he is. Absolutely.
The daylight dreams unknown.
All the hyphens.
Every path is stained with tears. We keep our fist fiercely clenched, not knowing to be a blessing or a curse, lest we lose what we hold in our hands. Blood-red moonlight blazes, unquenchable thirst flares with fury. The others look up to us in veneration.
Come on, veneration.
With envy. Why do we desire what we cannot acquire? Why
Iconic
must we walk
line.
alone an endless line? At dawn, the sun rises to menace and bless our fleshy selves.
This score is incredible, by the way. It's very cinematic. People had to be freaking out. There is no hint in Iland that they are going to go in this direction.
Into like supernatural.
Baby,
Mystic
Vampire
forces.
Diaries, geesh.
Yeah.
Fish.
Because, okay, even with all, as you were watching that, when was the moment where it felt like it's
a vampire?
vampires?
It felt supernatural at first whenever you do the inverted color.
In the woods.
In the woods. Something about the woods doesn't feel great, but I'm a millennial who was around for Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch, yeah. So we know the
Probably, I wouldn't have said, probably until
the moon,
The
yeah.
moon, I think, is when I'd be like,
blood.
yeah.
That I was like,
Oh.
Mama, are they vampires? Because then Mortal Immortal.
So, because the first
Fleshly
thing I
selves.
watched was Drunk Dazed, which is
Yes.
very clear.
Yeah.
Like, you actually can't get more clear than Drunk
Yeah,
Dazed
yeah.
that they are vampires.
There is blood in Give and Taken, but
There is blood in Give and Taken, but it feels more subtle.
If
Drunk Dazed has a blood fountain.
Yeah. It's so funny that you say that because Let Me In is literally a song called Let Me In,
I know.
where it's like, let the vampire in.
You have
girl.
to invite him in. I love they keep to lore.
But I
mean,
do
this-
think seeing this,
Oh.
everyone was like,
Oh.
Vampire Diaries, okay.
Okay.
Interview with a vampire, okay.
Yes. Edward Cullen Fish.
Edward Cullen Fish. Yeah. It's crazy.
Look how young they are.
I know. Even from
Look how young
3 years
Jungwon
ago.
is.
I know.
I'm going to pass out. This is crazy. I wish there was. I'm curious if they have. I bet they don't. But I wish they had a camera in the room when they told them
That
you're going to
be
do
vampires.
Vampires. What the reaction was.
Who do you think had the craziest reaction?
Nikki.
Oh, I think it would have been Jake. I think Jake would think
Jake would have been like, "Oh, cool."
this is like the coolest thing he's
but like Nikki would have been like, "Ah."
yeah.
But also he was like 14 at the time.
Okay. Dusk Dawn. See, like these woods, girl.
Oh yeah. This is clear.
Our millennial asses.
The end
know
of
what's
this
going on.
There is, yeah. This is like, oh, this is so good. This is so good.
I think it's really smart to like not have led this on in the show.
Yeah.
Because I think like you could even say like Zero Base One was the same way. Even though they kind of like baked in the messaging of like shining boys,
Yeah.
something like that.
The casting of the specific 100 people that they casted. Casted is not the correct word, sorry.
I do think that like it's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
So
But this is great.
yeah.
And I don't think anyone else, I mean, as far as I know, no one has this specific like lore.
Vampires specifically.
Yeah. I feel like other groups have done like vampirish concept.
But it's like it's not like 80s, right? Where it's like Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Sure.
Like it's still very much it's a group, but like it's like the visuals and the music. It's just, I don't know, it's just very interesting.
Yeah. And the fact that they've stuck with, I mean, they're still doing vampire.
They're still doing it. They had a little pop moment, but we're back, baby.
The acting.
Nikki.
That's why I'm saying Nikki was so excited about this.
Like, I'm sorry.
I would have. As an engine.
As an engine that just came straight from Iland.
Oh my god! I would have
What was everyone
I would've-
What did everyone go through?
crawled out of my skin. I would have shred my skin from my body.
Right?
I remember watching that in our apartment in Chicago after I just watched like Drunk Days, and I was like, "What is happening?
What is this?"
And then I went all the way back and was like,
"Yes."
"Ooh!"
Do you think all the powers have tracked into Dark Moon?
Oh!
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at
Who
all.
was that?
That was Sung-hoon.
Did not remember that.
Oh, no reflection. That was a mirror on the floor. I remember this.
I remember this.
This is I never really was officially told that Jungwon was PO1
But this
before we
gave
watched
you
it, but this I was like,
because he felt like the
and
hero.
he's very focused in the first Any Given Taken.
For sure.
Yeah. The steam. I mean, that is iconic.
Yeah.
You can't roll out something like that. That is so good. Ugh.
3 years ago.
Theory. Heesung, talented. Jay, talented. Absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
Let's do
Okay.
it one without pausing.
We can just watch.
Yeah. We don't need to talk all the time. People want us to shut up.
Just like this.
Wake up in day one 첫날의 아침 조명이 비춰 태양의 눈빛 그 빛은 날 불태우지 그 빛은 날
This song is so fucking good.
꿈을 쫓아 답인 줄 알았어
No lie.
수많은 썰 수많은 덜 질문의 숲속을 헤매던 나
The color story in this is so good.
I know. All of their videos
Yes.
have really good color
Yes.
stories.
Oh my God, he's so young. Help.
운명의 화살비 속에서 마주한 내 안의 경계선
Bitch was eating.
난 이제 세상을 뒤집어
This is 2 months later. So this is like, they probably filmed this a month after the show.
난 너에게 걸어가지 전 세계를 연결하지 난 너에게 걸어가지 전 세계를 닿을 때까지 내 하얀 손 걷니
Absolutely.
내 뒤에 수천 개의 신 내 뒤에 수만 개 불신 너라고 now 꿈을 쫓아 잘 들어 question for life 저늘을 우린 기다려왔어
Grab the light, girl.
Huh?
Grab the stick. Like, were we normal about this? I wouldn't think we would be.
I mean, I wasn't normal the first time I saw it, so I can only imagine what the collective conscious was going through. I've never understood this. What is this?
I think it's like it used to be a place that they used to go to. I mean, oh, cut! So good. Ooh, this heesung mop of hair.
I know, but the color is so good. That like dark red. Ah! Come on!
Yeah, it's like an old beacon or something.
I don't feel good, Mr. Stark.
My white eyes and my red eyes. Like,
난 너에게 걸어가지 신세계를 닿을 때까지 헤어연속 lonely
No, don't pause.
I'm not going to. I'm just getting ready because it's gonna. This is you.
This was me. I don't know if you guys actually know. This is my voice, just like
That's what they hired you. They didn't even know. You didn't even know.
I didn't even know. They never told me. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good at using horror tropes throughout the music
Yes.
video, but it's not trying to like be scary or
Yes.
anything. It's just
So, like-
the ambiance is so
That whole thing tells the story exactly. It told me the whole like from one video. It's immediately like, okay, vampires, kids, they're immortal. They're even in like showing
period.
like showing the like the old timey like VHS.
the way they shot
the
it to
shots.
look like it was like
Like
not
either old
the frame rate
Yes.
was off. Yeah.
You're like so pulled out of like what current time is. You're jumping time to time. You don't know what's current time. Like
And there's so much
the
like
fucking like testing, like the taking the pills,
look in their eyes.
look in their like.
And I don't even know what the full story is, right? Like it's not
It's-
specific enough to like be like, oh, here's the linear narrative.
Yeah, but it's just like
just ambiance
it's
to set up
ambiance to set
that
up
like
that, like,
they have
these are
been doing this for generations.
generations. Very smart to do a rookie group in that way, right? Of like, oh yeah, this group has been here.
They're eternal.
They are eternal,
Bitch.
immortal. Wake up in day one, even though every day is a day one for them because they're immortal.
It's so good. Highlights.
I mean, Sunoo really eats this up. I mean, you can tell Miss Girl was like, I'll give you the acting, girl.
Oh. I think my favorite scene in this music video is the Jake into Sunghoon. I think that like the colors are incredible. It's so good. It's so there's something
And the
very like
cinematic of the-
unsettling,
yeah.
but it's not scary.
No.
That's what's like it's so good.
That's the thing, right? You don't feel like you're scared by nothing. Sorry, Jay.
Sorry, Jay.
You're not scared by them. You are absolutely. It's giving you like
Because they're
you
they're
have to be entranced by them.
they're part of the canon of vampires that are like not villains.
Yeah.
Like they're victims of whatever happened to them.
Yeah, of being sired.
It does feel like all of the like there's a lot of like struggling in this video, like where they like are laying like this,
Yes.
like a lot of like painful kind of like writhing. And I'm curious if it's supposed to be like this is the time when they were sired. So it's like them like
Okay, so you think like
turning into vampires around this time.
I mean, I think it's like from this like
Niki floating in the middle of the sky. Who said sure? That is not part of normal vampire lore, but
Yeah.
it's so good.
I mean, these of like just like quote unquote ruined childhoods because they are basically stuck as the sage forever.
Yeah,
Girl,
it's so good.
I didn't even do that. I mean, Buffy was like my only. I didn't do Twilight. I didn't do the girls. So like
The girls, yeah.
you want to talk iconic moments of this music video? It's so new. That
Sunoo, you will always be famous. I will buy anything you ever put out. You are a legend. You're an icon. You are the moment.
power.
I love that sweater, that Harlequin printed or that patterned sweater. I will say this might have my least favorite looks of all of their music videos. If I'm being fully honest, it's a bit pedestrian.
If I had to pick just one, I would pick these ones with the black jackets.
As good or bad?
As good. Not these ones. The ones.
The
with
ones
the
earlier
reds.
in the red.
These ones. Yeah.
Yeah. They look. That is the most clear.
This is what
You
we want them
you
to-
could have the
You
whole
could tell-
thing just be that, and I'd be like, oh, they're vampires. There's something about black, white, and red where you're like,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
totally.
Just the visual storytelling is really good in this video.
Yeah.
It's such a good music video, and the song is so
And the song's good.
iconic. A harp. This group, they came out with a debut title track that starts with a harp.
And I love that.
Bitch, I was the one writhing on the floor when I heard this shit.
Also, you were like, yeah, it's not really explicit in this music video.
I mean, it
It is, but
it's just it's it's just very different from Drunk Dazed,
yeah.
where they're like drinking blood,
Yes.
literally.
All right.
Now, I had not, it actually took
This
me
came in
months
after.
to see this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this
This was,
existed
yeah.
until I was like finally going
So
through
I remember
list.
you watching it and I was like, when did they do this? I thought it was part of the new one, but you're like, no, they did this part of the first.
Yeah. So November 30th was this. So this is almost a full month later, December 20th, when they released this music video. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me in, Cube.
I'll be your boyfriend. I'll be your boyfriend. Yeah, baby, let's go. 기억하고 싶어 너의 큐브속으로.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
선명하게 비춰 구름을 껴서 위로. Yeah, 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 yeah. 보석처럼 빛이 나는 너. 그곳은 너의 작은 가스야. 들어가고 싶어 너의 세계
So
good. 힘을 불어봐. 위로 그려봐. 마음을 알아봐. 달라고 말하라고 날 그곳에 허락해줘. 우리 마치 like a moonlight. 함께라면 have a good time. Now we not like yeah, 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 yeah. 열어주는 너의 window. 살짝 해봐 나의 눈물. Now we not like yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be your boyfriend. I'll give you my love, 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 love. I'll give you my love. I'll be your boyfriend. I'll give you my blood, 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 blood. I'll give you my blood. I'll be your boyfriend.
Ready, right. Bring it back.
내가 너를 다치게 할지 몰라.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
너의 완벽함을 깨뜨릴지도 몰라. 너의 세계.
They're also switching from widescreen to
Yes.
맘을 전해 말아줘 받아줘 날 그곳에 허락해줘. 우리 마치 like a moonlight. 함께라면 have a good time. 내 몸이 나를 like
Heesung's mop of hair.
Mob. It's so wild.
I miss Blonde Jay. I wasn't even really here for it, but
Baby, 아픔 속에 기쁨이 피어나.
Beret.
Praise. Iconic.
It's so
Like, just so well thought of.
I know.
A mop.
hybe. I'll be your boyfriend.
I'm sorry, the one take shot of that is so I could pour over every frame of this music video.
I think it's very smart to have give and take it, because it's like if this was the title track, you still get the vampires. Obviously, the lyrics.
The lyrics is very clear. Yeah,
it's very clear.
I mean, the
It's
song
like,
is "Let Me In."
Let me in. Like,
If you know anything about vampire lore, it's like, oh,
you have to let them in.
So I like that. Okay, so like pause this. So the whole bit, the thing, like, I like that it's still playing. You have the concept is you have a vampire group. Mm-hmm. You want to make a boyfriend song, which many groups do. Boy groups do. Fine,
but
the idea of being like, how do we marry those two by being like, they use their sensuality to be like, let me in.
Yeah,
it's so
smart.
It's like the meeting of like just regular song concept with like their actual theme. Oh my God, it's so good.
I know. And this whole thing of them being locked up or like in storage, has shown that like they've been together for generations.
Yes.
They've been caught in many times, and they've been like they've been able to get out every single time or something like that.
There's so much visual imagery that's so good too. Like there's a part.
This is definitely more traditional, I feel like, compares to like other K-pop music videos. Like this, like it's interesting because Give and Taken just has so much more like artistic.
Like
I feel like
that Sunghoon putting the cape on is such like a clear Dracula. Like there's so many little
fun.
things that's like, but it's again like the only thing I do not. Guys, I have to be honest. I don't understand the blue liquid. It doesn't make sense. But I do always notice. I feel like
it's always Sunoo that's like...
It's always Sunoo that's the one that's off.
Yeah.
Doing his own story.
Yeah. Story hago.
Story hago.
There is like... when they're doing the choreography, like they have this very mischievous smile when they're dancing.
Jungwon especially, yes.
Which that's the part of the like siren, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
works really well.
So good. The idea of like putting them in a museum as if they're the exhibit, but they've like come to life, but they're still trapped.
Because they're like an anomaly, right?
Yes. It's so good.
So smart.
This shot is incredible. I love this shot of the 7 of them in the glass cage. It's so good. Guys.
You have to tell us what it was like.
Because I would have been convulsing, crying, throwing up, shitting my pants.
Imagine like Adam discovering that like there's a whole vampire group.
Baby, I was unwell, girl. This like whole sequence where they're like frozen and they're like looking for them. Ugh, it's so good. It's giving very like the end of The Sound of Music.
It's giving Night at the Museum.
Which I definitely think that's what they were intending.
Oh yeah, totally.
For sure, Sound of Music. Yeah, where is that part? The part I wanted to reference. And also, like, where is it? Where are you?
Oh.
Yeah, if you pull it up, it scrolls slower.
Wow. And it shows you, like, keyframes.
Frame by frame, yeah. Oh, here. The, like, grave. They've beat the grave. They've escaped death.
They've escaped death, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, guys.
It's good.
And there's always like a blood reference. He hits him with the stick and he scratches his face. Mm-hmm. They're like forced to be together through all time. So like while they're best friends, also like you would want to hit your friend with a stick after 90, 100 years together. It's so good.
And like want to like leave or like separate.
Yeah. The whole thing of them trying to escape the museum, like busting out this scene. Come on. It's so good. It's so good. The cracking glass.
Yeah, girls, you have to let us know what it was like when all of a sudden you realized this was the concept. I can only imagine how wild and crazy it was.
I would have absolutely passed out. The day this dropped, it's midnight and you're waiting for this to drop, and then it's
full vampire.
And then Drunk Dazed comes after this. And Gene, in the early days, I know y'all were eating, honey. Eating.
Well, there you go. This is our first step in watching not really a retrospect. I mean, it is in time retrospective, but in boys love lore, we're this is where we are.
Yeah.
Now. We've just debuted. So very exciting.
Very exciting.
Okay.
Let's go.
We'll see you next time, girls.
See you next time, girls.
Discovering voices. Building more